guys, so welcome to a video that I have been waiting a long time eagerly to do. This is going to be the last top 10, 20 video, as however you want to call it, countdown video of 2021, and this is the big one. It's all been leading to this. This is the end game of this series. So this is going to be the top 20 pickups, toys and comics of 2021. Those are basically the two big things that I've picked up this year. I've gotten movies, I've gotten some games, but nothing that would really qualify into the top 20. As far as games are concerned, I didn't really pick up anything too crazy retro-wise this year. I picked up new games for the PS5, but nothing that would warrant being on such a list. And as far as movies are concerned, same thing. I didn't get anything too crazy, any crazy special editions or anything like that that would warrant being on top 20. So this actually ended up just being toys and comic books, mostly toys, about 75% toys. But there are definitely some comic books on here as well. Yeah, probably even a little more than 75% toys. But be that as it may, definitely has some heavy hitter comics. Be sure to comment on this video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit those notification bells, and let me know what you thought of this list. Let me know some of your best pickups that you've had this past year, whether it's toys, comics, whatever. And as I stated in the past, this is not just stuff that came out in 2021. This is just everything that I've picked up in 2021. So some of these things could have come out years ago, but I just happened to get them in 2021. So it's just my personal top 20 pickups of 2021. So without any further ado, let's jump into this list. So at number 20 is a comic that I picked up early in 2021, probably around February. And this is Heir to the Empire, number 1. And I don't have this book graded, but I am going to get it graded at some point. And the significance of this book is that is the first appearance of Grand Admiral Thrawn, who is going to be in the Ahsoka Tano show that's probably coming in 2023. And when that happens and Thrawn shows up on live action show, forget it. This book is going to go through the roof. And this is his first appearance in comics. His first appearance was actually in the novelization by Timothy Zahn of Heir to the Empire. And he actually showed up in the Rebels TV series. So this is definitely a really good book to have. I'm really happy I was able to find this for a decent price and add it to the collection. So at number 19, this is a figure that has been, it was on one of my earlier lists, so it's something that I've talked about, so I'm not going to have to go that deep into it. It is the Jason NECA figure that I got signed by Kane Hodder. Just an awesome looking figure. This is number 19. So at number 18 is a figure line which I kind of dipped my toes into this year. I did get a bunch of the figures. These are really nice high-end figures, and it is the Mafex line, where the figures are very posable, lots of points of articulation. They just look great, and this is my favorite figure from all the figures that I got from the Mafex. I probably got about 10 of them. I got a lot of the X-Men. I got the Christian Bale Batman. And I actually have some more coming. But this is my favorite one from the line because this is one of my all-time favorite comic characters. So it is the Wolverine from the Mafex line. And this is like super posable. I mean, you can do all sorts of stuff with him. You know, pose him in just a ton of ways. I mean, he just looks freaking amazing. And the fact that, like, you can just do so much with him. And he comes with multiple heads. it's I was blown away when I first got this figure. It's really pretty amazing. So at number 18 is the Wolverine. At number 17 is another line which I got a pretty decent amount of figures from, and it is the Ultimate Super 7s. And I've gotten most of the Turtles line from the Super 7s, and I just got the last Turtle, and they saved, for me at least, the best for last. Donatello was always my favorite Turtle, and I had a hard time picking which figure from this line would make the list because I really love all of them, but I couldn't obviously put every figure in there because they're all kind of comparable. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to have Donatello represent the line. So at number 17, it is from the Ultimate Super 7s, the Donatello. And again, it was super customizable. Comes with a bunch of different hands, different head sculpt, and it's just super posable, very flexible legs, arms, everything. So it's just a phenomenal figure, and this is just a great line. And I actually like these more than the NECA line. So this is the Ultimate Super 7 Turtles and Donatello at number 17. And the word of this video is going to be heir, as in heir to the empire, H-E-I-R. So at number 16, this is something which was pre-ordered through Hasbro Pulse, and it is one of the coolest Star Wars items to come out this year, and it is the Emperor's Throne Room. It opens up, take the slipcover off, and there's the Emperor sitting. And this opens up into like a big diorama, which is pretty awesome. I went over this in pretty big detail when I first got it a couple months ago in the pickup video from that week. At number 15, this was a figure that was also on one of my other lists, as I guess it was my favorite wrestling figure, and it is the Ultimate Edition Hulk Hogan. I think this is the ultimate Hulk Hogan figure. Probably one of the best Hulk Hogan figures ever to come out. Great likeness to the Hulkster. Multiple hands, multiple faces, tearaway shirt, the winged belt. Really pretty flawless figure in my estimation. The only thing which I would have loved for this to also come with would have been a red shirt. A red Hulkmania shirt. That would have been awesome. But aside from that, this is really pretty much just the ideal Hulk Hogan figure. Now, at number 14 is a figure that was on one of my other lists as well. And here it is. Here is the Spawn Kickstarter Classic with the signature. Amazing figure with the cape. Just absolutely phenomenal. Now we're on to number 13. And this is a figure that was in one of my top retail pickups of the year. And it is from the Masters of the Universe. This was, I believe, the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Scareglow. Really incredible figure with the flashing and the glowing, just the whole package. It's really pretty spectacular. And that is number 13. At number 12, this is an older figure which I wanted for the longest time. It was always pretty pricey, and it's actually come down in price. Just people don't really think about it anymore. But it is just an unbelievable figure. I loved this line. I have a ton of other figures from this line. I really don't even understand why this line doesn't get more love than it does. And it is the Star Wars Unleashed line. And this is the Darth Vader with the removable helmet. This figure is just incredible. You can that likeness. Comes with the helmet, the pose. Like I said, I wanted this figure for the longest time, and for a long time, this figure was about $150. But it either dropped in price or I got really lucky with the pricing for it. So I got it at a pretty good price. I got it, I want to say, for about 75, which when I saw it for that much, I couldn't pass it up. And I'm so glad I finally got this figure. And it displays beautifully with the rest of my Star Wars Unleashed collection. Next is a figure which also made one of my other lists. This was my top Black Series figure, and also I believe it might have been my top normal retail figure. And it is from the Black Series, the Asajj Ventress. And I talked about this figure multiple times, how much I love it. I don't even know what to say about this figure anymore. Besides, it's just an incredible looking figure. The soft goods, the colors, everything about it is just top notch. Asajj Ventress. At number 10 is a Star Wars comic pack, 2-pack that came out. I think these came out about 10 years ago. Let me see if I can find a year here. In 2008. And I got a bunch of these, but this one was, again, one that I always wanted, but it was pricey. It's actually from one of my favorite Star Wars stories, which are considered legends now, Star Wars Legacy. And this was, it still is, actually a pretty pricey figure or set, but I managed to get this at a very good price at an auction on eBay. So I was ecstatic that I was finally able to get it, because I tried for a long time, and it was just so expensive. And I was in just the right place at the right time. The auction ended in basically in the middle of the night on a random weekday, and it went probably for about half of what it normally does. And it is the 2-pack from Star Wars Legacy, Darth Talon and Cade Skywalker. And if you guys have never read Star Wars Legacy, you are missing out. And Cade Skywalker is Luke's descendant, and he becomes like a Han Solo rogue kind of character, but he gets drawn back in by the Sith and everything. It's just a great story, great characters, and Darth Talon looks awesome. It's I really highly recommend it, and this 2-pack is just awesome. So that is number 10. At number 9 is another item which is Star Wars related, and I was very happy to get this. This is probably the most expensive comic that I bought this year. I actually had to sell a decent amount of stuff to be able to afford this, and it is Clone Wars #1 from Dark Horse, CGC graded 9.6, and this is the first appearance of Ahsoka Tano. And as with the Heir to the Empire #1, once the Ahsoka Tano show it comes out, this book is going to go through the roof even more so. It's with Ahsoka Tano, like, who's already a popular character. Once she has her own show in live action, just forget it. This book is going to break records. So I'm glad I was finally able to snag a copy, a 9.6. I'm very happy with it. So that is on my list at number 9. Now at number 8 is another company that I started delving into this year a little bit, Storm Collectibles, and I got this. And also, here we have Ryu from Storm Collectibles. Now, I have a few Storm Collectibles here that I've set up, but Ryu is my absolute favorite from Street Fighter. He is my favorite character. It's probably one of my top 3 video game series of all time. Certainly my favorite fighter series of all time. Him being my favorite character, I just absolutely love this figure. And it's posable in just a in so many different variety of poses. Comes with different hands. It's very customizable, but I wanted to do them in the classic Hogan pose with the fireball coming off. I think it looks pretty cool together with Evil Ryu. And then there's a Scorpion over there in the background. Which, all three of these figures are phenomenal, but Ryu's the one that makes my list. Now, at number 7, this is another figure which I wanted for a long time. And again, it was something which I was just waiting for a decent price to find it at something reasonable, because it was just, it's always been expensive, and I had to pay a decent amount for it, but not what it would normally go for. And it is from the vintage collection, Starkiller, Vader's Apprentice. This is a very cool figure. It's from the Force Unleashed games. I love these games. This is probably why this figure is so high on my list, because I love the Force Unleashed games. I think these games are amazing, and I really kind of wish they would make them canon and make almost some kind of live action, either series or show or something about it, because I think it would be incredible. The games had just a great story. Starkiller was an awesome character, and it's a great looking figure. And this is unpunched as well. So Starkiller from the vintage collection. That is number 7. And number 6 is another comic. And this is something that I got earlier in the year from Weirdo Comics and Collectibles. And I got the book Raw. And shortly after I got the book, they announced at CGC that Kevin Eastman was doing a signing for it. So I sent this book in for a clean and a press, and to get signed and graded. And it is Turtles Archie Comics #1. Also, the newsstand edition, signed by Kevin Eastman and graded in 8.0. And the significance of this book is that it's the first appearance in comics of Krang, Bebop, and Rocksteady. And basically, it's the first appearance of the Turtles, or the cartoon Turtles, in comic form. So that's the significance of this book. And to have it graded at a pretty good grade, newsstand, and signed by Kevin Eastman, it's just awesome. I love having this book. That is at number 6. At number 5, this is something which I actually got as a present for my birthday from my brother. Now, he got the World Heavyweight title belt from the WWE for himself. And I thought, I was like, wow, this is pretty awesome. So I was like, maybe I should get a belt. And he's like, wait, don't hold off, don't get anything. I'm going to get you something for your birthday. So he did. And he ended up knocking this out of the park, because he got me one of my all-time favorite belts. This is the Intercontinental Championship belt that the Ultimate Warrior made famous. This is the yellow Intercontinental belt. And this thing is, it's legit. This thing is pretty awesome. So, I would say it'd be great to get signed, but obviously you can't because he passed away. But this is just an awesome, awesome belt. It displays beautifully. I just love the yellow. It's great. So this is number 5, the Intercontinental Championship belt from WWE. So at number 4 is one of the first Hot Toys that I got. I've had several, but it's the first Hot Toy, let's put it this way, that I got in a while. So at number 4, here you go. So this one is the Captain America Endgame Hot Toy. And what a phenomenal, phenomenal Hot Toy figure this is. I'm sorry for the glare of any kind. Actually, the TV in the background actually lights it up a little bit. But this is just an amazing Hot Toy figure. I could not wait to get this one. And it comes with all sorts of accessories. And this is absolutely worthy being on my list. Captain America Hot Toy. And I actually did an unboxing of this on my channel when it first came out. So you guys should definitely check that out. At number 3 is another Hot Toy, which I got this year. This is probably it's definitely the most Hot Toys I gotten in 1 year, which was 2. But these are incredible. I mean, it's almost unfair because of course they're going to be at the top of any list because they're so incredible. I mean, they're high-end pieces. But at number 3 is this. And from one of my favorite movies of all time, Marty McFly Hot Toy. I just could not wait to get this. As soon as it went out for pre-order, I ordered it without hesitation. I actually always wanted it, but the original Marty McFly Hot Toy was so expensive on the secondary market, I just never got it. It was about $700-800. So when this came up for, I believe it was $250, it was a no-brainer for me. And it comes with Einstein, all the accessories. I actually did an unboxing of this Hot Toy on my channel a few months back. So if you guys want more detail, you guys can check it out. And now, at number 2, this is an item which I got in my first trip to North Carolina in July when I met Man Cave for the first time. And this is a Transformers piece which I didn't even knew I wanted or needed until I saw it. And this is just it's probably one of the coolest Transformers pieces in my entire collection. I am just blown away by it. And when I first saw it, I knew this existed, but I never really gave it much thought. But when I saw it in person, I was like, I gotta have that. That is one of the coolest Transformers I have ever seen. And it is the Optimus Prime Ecto 35 edition from the 2019, I believe, San Diego Comic-Con. And this is a masterpiece Transformer. So it's a little bigger than normal Transformers. It's the same size as that Optimus Prime that I have up there, if transformed. But it's in the colors of the Ecto 1. It's got the Ghostbusters insignia on it. It's got the straps here because if you flip it around, there you go. You can strap it on and go fight ghosts. So yeah, so this is number 2 for me. It is the Optimus Prime Ecto 35 edition. And at number 1, if you guys have been paying attention to the channel, should probably not be too hard to figure out. It is, oh God, it's not only my number 1 pickup of the year, it's probably in the top 5 things that I own, collectibles wise, period. Off the top of my head, I can't actually even think of anything cooler, but I'm sure if I think hard, there might be something, but I'm just going to play it safe and say it's in my top 5. And it's another Transformers piece. And at number 1, here you go. Hey, Optimus Prime.
Greetings.
Transform. Hey, Optimus Prime.
Greetings.
Open fire.
Fire now.
Hey, Optimus Prime.
Greetings.
Attack.
Prepare for battle.
Look out. Hey, Optimus Prime.
Greetings.
Megatron.
Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost. There's a thin line between being a hero and being a memory.
Hey, Optimus Prime.
Greetings.
Protect.
One shall stand, one shall fall. Corruption is never a path to freedom.
So, all right, guys, thank you so much for sticking around. I really loved putting this list together. I had a lot of fun with it. It was a lot harder than I thought it would be. This actually, there was a lot of stuff that missed the list, which I was like, when I got it, I was like, oh, of course this is going to make my list. And it didn't. I mean, the uh, one of the things which I was sure that was going to make my list, so I guess it'd be an honorable mention, would be the Castle Grayskull that came out this year, the Armor Dark Side that came out this year, the King Shark. I mean, there was just so many cool things. There were actually some cool video games like from Limited Run, but again, um, they had to stay off the list. They just missed my top 20. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys thought. What are some of the best things that you guys have gotten this year? Please be sure to comment, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Hit those notification bells. I will be dropping a hunt video at the end of this week. So until next time, guys, take care.